Rabotai, good morning. Today we have a special halakha. One for the woman. שומע אילן?
כן, כן.
מה כן, כן?
איזה הלכה בשביל הנשים?
תקשיב, היום מה יש היום?
משהו חזק?
איי. Halakha state in Siman Mem Zayin, in Halakha Yudal, the last halakha in the chapter, the Shulchan Aruch says, Nashim mevarachot birkat Torah. Right, we know women have to bless the morning blessing, but also he says here, women bless the blessings of the Torah. Ilya, what's Peshat? Why do women have to bless the blessing of the Torah if they have no obligation to learn the Torah?
You can say words of Torah probably, no?
They're going to say words of Torah. Huh? You think they know how to say words of Torah? They know how to complain. You think they know how to say words of Torah?
They're obligated to want to feel that, no?
They're obligated to want to feel it, correct. Since women are obligated to want to feel it, the Biur HaLakha brings out a few reasons why even though women are not obligated in learning Torah, but still he says why they should bless, because there's the prayers that they're obligated in, the Shemon Esrei and so on and so forth. But Rabotai, we have to understand that this halakha is teaching us something even more stronger in Miljon. It doesn't only come for davening, and that's all. There goes the Birkat Torah. There goes her blessing of the Torah. That's what she's saying here. Rabotai, there's other reasons. Listen to this very carefully. Women have an obligation. Yes, I understand Rabotai. Women don't have an obligation from the Torah to learn Torah. But women in Miljon have their own Torah that they have to learn. For example, Halachot Shabbat they have to know. Halachot Muktzah they have to know. Halachot Borer they have to know. What about Halachot Mikvaot that they have to know? Chatzitza they have to know. Mikvah they have to know. The kitchen wheel is their whole department. Basar B'chalav they have to know. Hi, Baruch Hashem, today they don't sold. Oh, we'll take that out. Yeah? Rabotai, halachot Pesach, they have to know. Menachem?
But they don't learn this every day. Why do they have to make it up every day?
See that? That's the problem. You're saying good Menachem, you're saying that they don't learn this every day, why do they have to say bracha? Because they should learn. They must learn. Because how are they going to know what's right, what's wrong? Lashon Hara, they have to know not to speak. Oh, that's all they know how to do. She said this, he went this, that's all you hear about that. Rabotai, the women today have so much time that all they do is complain to their husband. Take me there, buy me this, do this, non-stop. A list of complaints. Why? She has nothing else to do in the house? She has nothing else to do in the house? Pick up a book, take a halachot Shabbat, open up some book, finish something in your life. Or one thing I do, Rabotai, I'm not discounting the Berachot party in Miljon, I'm not discounting that. Or they only know how to do Berachot party and Hala party when they need Sugulot. That's Peshat Rabotai, that's what a woman has to do. Come on, Rabotai, it's a very big problem. A woman needs to understand she has an obligation in her own learning Torah that she has to do. Oh, this one, Ilan, איך שכחתי זה?
את מה?
חוקות נשים. The laws of women, they have to behave towards their husband. There's a whole Ben Ish Chai. How a woman has to be quiet. Not to offend her husband, not to say something to her husband. Make sure she doesn't hurt her husband's feelings. Menachem, you have a shalom bite, Rabbi? I'm Miljon, you should school, Miljon. You should school in the mill. Я там моля, Miljon. Я вчера сказал.
He doesn't want to be on camera on this like.
No, one second. One second. I forgot to put my mic. Come, Miljon. He mills the chutwa, John. Don't worry. He went. Don't worry. It's okay. Come, Miljon. It's Emil John. Это настоящий шалом байт, работай. I tell you something. Бли Айнахара, I tell you. Не, Эмил, я тебя учусь. Эмил, не говорят меня учусь, я тебя учусь. Не говорят меня учусь, Эмил John. Работай, honestly, you should see. From him I learned a lot. Very patient, very calm. Emil John, I love you. No, yes, I spoke about you, so I wanted people to see you, Emil John. I love you, Emil John. I'll send you the. I'll send you. Avram, send it to him, please. Thank you, Emil John. Rabotai, we have to understand that our wives have an obligation to also learn their Torah. I want to tell you something. My wife was one time called to be a balanit. You know, when they go to the mikveh to see the woman go down, she was so thrilled. She was so excited to go. I said, what's the rush? She said, well, what happened? I said, you're not going. She says, why am I not going? I said, why, you learn all the halachot of mikvot? You know chatzitza? You know all of these things? How do you know if what the girl's doing is right or wrong? Why? You go to the mikvah, they look at you, that's it. Why? You know if there's a knot in the hair, if the nails are chipped. So she's like, okay, explain to me what I need to do. So I told her the basics, like literally, brush her teeth, floss her teeth, make sure the hair is straight, make sure there's no dirt underneath the nails, make sure the nail, if they have nail polish, make sure it's not chipped. Not that you're allowed to do it, the minhag is not to do, but some people are lenient. Rabotai, listen to this. She went to the mikvah, the girl that came, it was like, just for this woman, they opened up the mikvah, they had to do it, whatever it was, because she wanted to have a child. She came, my wife started looking at her, she started checking her out. Rabotai, on her toenail in Miljon, she realized there was a chip on the toenail from the nail polish. That disqualifies the whole mikvah. So what did they do? They called the rabbi of the mikvah, I guess, and he told her, because, listen, just strip them, make everything even, so there's no chip. But Rabotai, if we don't know these halachot, how do we know what we're doing is right or wrong? What about halachot nida? How many people fall in halachot nida? One guy calls me, says, Rabbi, my wife was expecting her vested, her period to come today, but she didn't get it yet. So, okay, good. What do you want from me? What do you want me to give you a medal? No, Rabbi, you don't understand. My desires overcame me and I had relations with her. But Rabbi, don't worry, Rabbi, don't worry. I said, why I have to worry? You have to worry. Chamor, why I have to worry? Because she checked herself with the bidik. After that, she saw she has no blood. Did he do an avera or not? 100% he did an avera. 1,000,000% this idiot did an avera. Abba, do you know why? Because when we sleep with our wives and the sperm goes in, maybe the sperm diluted the blood. Now she can't see the blood. Maybe the blood is stuck over there. Maybe he was sleep with a nidah, which is karet chas v'shalom. You're not allowed to sleep with your wife on the day she's expecting the vested. How many people know this? That she has to check after that before she even sleeps again. We do, but somehow they have all the complaints in the world. It's a problem, Rabotai. It's a very big problem. Tell me, does Emil, Domot, where does it say in the Torah, not that a guy has to honor his wife, I'm not telling you not to help your wife. Today, listen, let's today with the woman I'm speaking about, I can't. What am I supposed to do? I have to say, what am I supposed to do? Just tell him, John. Cleaning lady they have, thank God. A house they have, a big house they have, thank God. A luxury car they have, Baruch Hashem. Everything, they don't even know what bills are today, Baruch Hashem. Food ready-made, yes, restaurants. Everything ready, deliver, order in. Vacations, they have everything. Now it's ready, new mad, new minhag, new custom. Pesach, we go retreat. What is it for you, $20,000 for 9 days? No, nothing was $20,000. Nothing was $20,000. Nothing. That's Menachem. How much was the Pesach retreat, Menachem? What did he say? 70 or 7?
40 plus.
40 plus thousand. Ephraim John, he's on. About Ephraim. Okay. Rabotai, what do you mean with $40,000? You know how long it takes a person to make $40,000? Where is it? He said nothing. Rabotai, no, it's a very big problem. Guy doesn't, he makes $5,000, $6,000 a month. That's without the tuition, without the rent, without it. Come on.
In this neighborhood, somebody making $5,000, $6,000 a month? No.
But I said this.
Survive.
He won't survive.
No. Different zip codes. The air quality is different.
No, это проблема, это большая проблема. They have to learn. They have to learn what the halacha requires of us. They have to learn. They have to make. Look, this is what I was going to say. Domot. Now, I agree with that. You have to help your wives. You must help. I'm not telling you not to help your wives. Don't mix up. Don't take 10 seconds of the class. Don't help. You have. It says clearly, honor your wife more than you honor yourself. You have to make her life easier. But let me ask you a question in the Torah. Ephraim. Where is it written in the Torah? Like today, what the rabbis say, put yourself in her shoes, help her, be there for her, support her, everything about her. Show me where this says in the Torah. Just show me one place. Come.
Nowhere.
No, but he's right. Ever Kutuba. Yeah, the Kutuba says, what do you have to do? What do you have to do? You have to dress her, feed her. Well, you're not doing it. That's why I say you do everything for her. Well, you're not doing it. What else she wants? I'm asking, what else? What more can she really want? She wants everything. After this, she wants more. Yeah, you give her everything. I'm not what I tell. I say you give her everything. And still she has what to complain about. Rabotai, listen to this. Let me tell you the Torah's view. Listen what the Torah says. Arichai. When you go home, tell this. Don't say my name. Say the Torah says it. Don't say my name. It says that Hashem made a woman, Emil, Ezer, Kenegdo. This doesn't say Ezer, Hashem created the man for her. Hashem created the woman in front that she has to help the husband make his life easier so he can learn Torah. So he can build his avodah to Hashem. No, just the opposite. Whatever she says, you have to do. Why? Why have to do whatever she says? What's going to be with my Olam Haba? What did he say? Ashkenaz books? What did you say? Rabotai, I get a phone call yesterday. Asher Kaifku, I get a phone call yesterday. Because there's a Vegas show. I didn't know. Yeah. There's a Vegas show in Vegas. Wow. Not chasson. No, I mean jewelry, watches, and 4 commod of Gehenom. No, I'm joking. But they have over the Vegas show. Whatever they send me. I get videos, Rabotai. I don't gotta watch the news, Rabotai, to know these things. News comes to me. So I said to myself, I don't get it. How long are you there? I said. He's like almost 6 days. He's going to be 6 days. He's staying there over Shabbat also, whatever. I said, but where's your wife? At home. What do you mean? How's your wife at home? Why don't you take her with you? Why didn't she complain? Why is she whining? Rabbi, parnasa. But at the business. Rabotai, listen to the stupidity. When it comes to parnasa, when it comes to Vegas, some people even take the opportunity, the liberty to go to Knicks game. They fly out. And they leave their wife and the children at home. And the wives don't say one word. They don't complain. Oh, they need that space. Let a husband come to try to learn Torah 8:30 to 9:30. You're not spending enough time with me. What Baba Mises is this? Can you tell me? What kind of Baba Mises is this? For work you understand a whole week, but not for learning Torah. Because he's preparing your world here. What about your world there? You ain't going to have the world. She ain't going to have the world. It's a very big problem. No, Ilan said, but it's a very big problem. Nobody wants to speak about this. Look. Halakha says they have to bless the Birchot Torah. You know why they have to bless? Because they have to learn their own halachot of the Torah. They have their own laws that they have to know. Arichai, believe me, if they're going to start just learning the laws of Lashon Hara, I'm telling you now, she won't be able to open her mouth against you, scream against you, or against her children. She's going to start learning halachot Shabbat. Shabbat is going to be different. Shabbat table is going to be different. Alright, that's the halakha. I think I should conclude with that and make that musar. I should drop the mic. One second. Подожди, шаботи мусар. Я тебе, Rabbi, который шоу проводит, что ли? Мусар, это шаботи. You want to listen? There's a lot of them. Go listen to Ilan John. Hey, where are you going? 1 second, I'm not finished. I made a whole paper. Rabotai, I do want to bring out a very important point. Yes, sir, Abraham asked me, DJ Abraham, he asked me yesterday, are women allowed to say Tehillim without first blessing Birkot Torah? Or can you start davening, or when it comes to Slichot, can you start saying any pasuk before you say Birkot Torah? So Rabotai, in Simon Menvav and Halacha Tet, over there the languages, let me read it for you, this is very important to know. He says over there, Lo yikra pesukim kodem birkat Torah. You're not allowed to read any pasuk. Nothing, Rabotai. Before saying the blessing of the Torah, Ava pishu omram derech tachanunim. Even though you're just saying it as a supplication, you're not learning it. Like for example, Tehillim. V'yesh omrim she'ela chush kevan she'eno omram ela derech tachanunim. Some opinions want to say you don't have to be concerned about blessing, because you're really not learning, you're just saying the verses, so therefore you're allowed to say Tehillim without saying the blessings of the Torah. Says the Shulchan Aruch, he says it is correct to be concerned for the first opinion that you should bless the Birkot Torah before you're going to say any verse. Now, meaning Tehillim or anything else. Rabotai, what do we hold? The Birkei Yosef, the Rav Chaim, they both hold that a person has to be careful and say Birkot Torah before they're going to say Tehillim or any other pasuk for that fact. Nevertheless, Rabotai, Chacham Ovadia wants to learn this halacha as it's a chumrah, it's a stringency. Therefore, if a woman wants to say Tehillim, she has what to rely on, because according to the letter of the law, she's able to say the Tehillim without first blessing Birkot Torah. Chacham Ben Abba Shaul also agrees with Chacham Ovadia, says it's only a stringency to bless before saying Tehillim. Nevertheless, Rabotai, halacha l'maaseh, Rabbi Abba Shaul says it's better to be stringent. But if they want to go ahead and they want to say Tehillim without first saying the barakah, they are able to do so. Okay, something about that. Let's conclude over here because I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. Baruch Adonai Olam, Amen, Amen, Rabbi Chanan ben Ikash Omer. Ratzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu lezakot